Can we mute it?
His assistant stalked me on what he called my internet. And he goes, well, what was that picture?
Are we good? We should be streaming.
I got a link, so.
Heyo. All right. You want to start? You want me to start?
Yeah, you go ahead and start. I'm going to share the
Okay,
link.
so we are the Knights of the Drunk Watch, and we just watched American Horror Story Apocalypse, episode 2, The Morning After, and we're going to talk about it. So I'm Kate.
I'm Andrew.
I'm Mark. I'm over here.
He's
Okay.
resting in his lounger. Oh, we are the Knights of the Drunk Watch.
And now our talk begins.
So where should we start?
Let's start with, what do we think Langdon is looking like? What do we think his questioning? I know you were trying to figure out like what his, not motives, but what his approach
like
was.
his questions were leading to something. I don't know.
I don't know. Like, it was very manipulative, but like, what was he trying to gain?
I mean, it was definitely getting them to confess almost dark secrets.
Hi, and love it.
But I don't want top chat. I want live chat. There we go.
I feel like maybe he was trying to motivate him to kill his grandmother.
Yeah. Really, though? Like,
well,
why?
No, I mean, eventually it led to his killing his grandmother, but
But I mean, like, also his, because we only saw 2 cooperations, and it was, what's his face? Tate, Evan Peters, and Wilhelmina.
Right.
And both times, yeah, he wasn't asking, I don't know. I just feel like I'm still at the place where all of this could be real or it could all be bullshit.
Yeah, I feel like, he had all these questions, and did she pass? No. Yeah, I guess because she has a physical deformity. Or is it all just a game?
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, and I'm going along with, like, is it all just a game? Like, the kids who looked on the computer, like, that seemed so easy. But also we found out that it was true that she had made up her own rules.
Yes.
So, I don't know.
Well, because she talked about getting her last communique before communication was cut off, but Langdon's clearly come from a place where they have a network.
Yeah.
You know, even if it's just inside the sanctuary, I guess they have to email each other. They can't just walk across the hall.
Well, that way it's all documented. I don't know. And also, like, what is the justification for her not wanting them to fuck around?
Well, see, I feel like that's a power trip. Because again, if part of it all being bullshit is that they're, everyone's on their own. Whether there were 10 outposts or not, they were just 10 places, but when those places are gone, that's it.
Right.
And so this was like their little thing to get off until it's over. So that there was a power trip. No sex. We can control you. We can trick you into look like you're radiated and kill you. We have complete power over your lives, as short as they may be.
But I mean, unless it just seems strange because unless the people know that they're being manipulated, it's not so much of a power trip. Because yes, they have the power, but the people don't realize they have the power. The people think these rules are being passed down from the cooperative.
Well, yeah, but yeah, I mean, they went 18 months without breaking any rules, but maybe they didn't expect it to go that long. I don't know, before catching someone.
Yeah.
I mean, and because they made up a way to kill someone. The guy with...
The Geiger counter.
But granted, you put all those people into, like, one enclosed space for long enough, they're eventually going to start having sex. But also, it was their own freaking fault for getting caught, because once they finished, they should have gone back to their separate
I know,
rooms.
sleeping was the bad choice.
But I still question the size of the population. I mean, there's what, 8 people that are important, plus the servants.
I just think it's,
and the guards.
It's so buck wild that they would like limit the population like that, and then have the hierarchy of only the purple people matter. When like, if feasibly in the end you're only gonna have these people in this building, like, wouldn't you want the entire population to be the community and not have it be a hierarchy? I don't know. That's just shenanigans.
To me, it's just about numbers. I mean, if there's 10 of these places and they all have the same population,
yeah,
you know, there's like 2 perfect genetic people, then what? 2 middle management, and then 6
others
buy-ins. Yeah, it's the 6 buy-ins.
Yeah,
who just funded the place. You know, who are only important in the fact that they bought a VIP pass. You know, they're not important for any other reason.
But also the fact that like what is the end game if they're gonna take out anybody who wants to have sex? Then like repopulation is not the end game at all. Then why even live?
But of course, if part of what we've been led to believe is that it's the apocalypse is the end times and that the Antichrist is coming, this may just be a way to kind of
pass the time.
I'm sorry, what?
Pass the time? Sorry.
No, but to like corrupt people. You know, and so that, because the whole thing about what I know about Satan and the apocalypse is that you have to accept the mark of the beast, you know, to become damned. So
okay, so talking about, so in Love it says that they don't think those 2 actually had sex. They didn't show it, and it seemed serious when they said they didn't do anything.
Yeah, no.
No, they fucked. They did. I mean, no, and they didn't say that they didn't do anything. They said they didn't do anything wrong because her rules were shenanigans.
Right.
But not that, like, they didn't do anything at all.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then the other thing in Love it said is the snakes. They brought up the snakes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, which I guess is a Coven reference.
Yeah.
I've forgotten about that.
Were there snakes in Coven?
Well, there were snakes in the logo. I don't know. I can't remember snakes from the...
I don't recall.
Yeah, I don't remember.
But yeah, I do remember it from the logo.
But so what do we think? Like, also the fact that they just kind of dismissed that whole, like, there wasn't a bigger deal about this fact that all the dead, cut up snakes came back to life. Like, no one seemed to care. Like, after the fact. Like, they were like, oh no, and then they weren't like, what the fuck just happened?
They just forgot to kill them when they chopped them up.
But, like, why didn't people care
pieces.
more? I don't know. I would think that people would care more about the fact that snakes just came back to life. Someone in the Facebook group brought up the fact that maybe that means Misty Day is nearby.
Well,
Right.
Fleetwood Mac was playing.
Yeah, which I kind of like, but...
Well, and I mean, there's clearly something supernatural going on.
Do we think Langdon is...
Well, and you were saying the place is the boys' witch school.
I think the place is a boys' witch school.
Which means there are boy witches out there. So that's why I think Langdon, if he's not a instrument of the devil, might be a witch. Mm-hmm. And I mean, Ms. Venable. I mean, that sounds like a literary type name.
Yeah.
So maybe it's not her real name. So maybe she is Cordelia, but she's been knocked down a peg.
Oh.
Maybe
interesting.
Maybe the male witches took over, and the female witch. I don't know.
So Alyssa G says that snakes were kind of prominent with Angela Bassett's character in Coven, but not really overall, and it was complete bullshit that they brought up the snakes and then dismissed it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Alyssa. I feel like they were like, here are snakes, here are a whole bunch of snakes. We killed them, then they magically came back to life, moving on to sex. Like Rubber Man now. I don't know. But the snakes are back next week, and the scenes from next time, the snakes are back again, so...
Yeah.
I don't know. That seems all very strange. All right, I don't want to talk about Joan Collins yet because that was at the end of the episode. So what else do I want to talk about though? Oh, the Rubber Man. Now that I mentioned him.
Oh, they called him they called him Shadow.
So yeah, so we watch the show with subtitles, so we get names that they haven't introduced yet. Because have we even gotten Kathy Bates' name?
Mead.
I mean, from not the subtitles.
I don't know.
I don't think so. I know it said that Mead said this. Like, we haven't gotten a lot of names. But, yeah, so the Shadow or Rubber Man, who, what, how many? All I have is questions.
Yeah, well, I mean, I wonder if there's just one, because there was the one on the ceiling.
Yeah.
You know, if that could be... an additional one. Clearly, the last one was some. You know, if Joan Collins is dead, the last one was an illusion.
Right. I just don't know.
But you know, he's certainly still a sexual character.
Yeah. But like, why?
But it seemed like a different kind of suit.
It seemed, like we said, it seemed thicker. And it had holes.
But yeah,
it
like
had holes.
the whole mask seemed different than the Murder House Rubber Man.
Yeah. I don't know.
So yeah, so the thing is he a supernatural being completely? Is he not even real? Though of course Joan Collins saw him. It wasn't like the sex was all in
Yeah, she saw...
although Peter's head.
Oh, yeah, okay.
She went and saw the two...
And she even described it that it was a man dressed in rubber head to toe, because that's what Mead told us, or told Sarah Paulson.
Right.
So, he's real sometimes, maybe not real other times. I don't know. Can we talk about how stupid the kids are?
So stupid.
I think they're
stupid.
so dumb. Like,
Wait, didn't it talk about, what was her face? She was talking about that show that she watched. Was it the Hardy Boys?
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of like what the kids were doing? They're like, oh, let's sneak into the... Isn't that what the Hardy Boys did?
They were like detectives.
They were meddlesome kids.
Yeah.
Let's go sneak in here and...
But just, like, nothing has led us to believe that these are clever people, other than that we know that they have advanced DNA. Mm-hmm. But, like, nothing has shown us that they're clever. So the fact that she's like, we're smarter than him. Bitch, where do you get off?
Like, you don't even
maybe
know
you
him.
aren't. Like, you could be really dumb. I don't know.
Well, she was like an activist, and he had just gotten into college. So.
Yeah, we mentioned that at the beginning. Like, I don't know if the fact that they were sent, I don't know if they were actually real emails, but their information was true because Sarah Paulson had the rules that she made up, and he knew about them, and he talked to her about them. So we know at least.
Where does he charge his computer?
He's got one of those battery things that Andrew has.
What does he charge that?
I don't know.
Well, maybe
I was gonna say solar,
maybe
but
where he comes from, they figured out how to keep a generator going. I don't know.
Or maybe stuff is powered by radiation.
Yeah.
Oh well.
They got plenty of that around. Instead of like
or
solar power.
they're next to a water combat.
That is not how.
Yeah, maybe they're at Hoover Dam, and it's producing all their electricity.
So, Alyssa says maybe Langdon is just using the Rubber Man as some sort of spy. So, it's someone he, like, brought... Oh, I mean, that would kind of make sense because... Wait, I'm going to finish my sentence. That would kind of make sense because when he was telling that story about the woman and her child, he said she came up to us.
Yes.
So, maybe he does have an entourage that he just keeps hidden from the middle management. Yeah.
Yeah, well, he arrived alone.
He was sitting inside.
We assumed he arrived alone.
Yeah. But did we see him actually arrive? Like, did we see them actually...
Get it out, you mean?
I don't know. Or, I just feel like there was a lot of stuff we didn't see. So I think it's totally plausible
he
that...
arrived in that horse and carriage.
Yeah.
And he was... I don't know if we saw him actually get out, but he came out and showed his ID. And
Yeah, but we didn't see, like, an empty carriage. Or...
Right.
So, I can imagine that other people were there, or things. Or maybe he just has, like, maybe those are his... Oh, what is, like, his... minions, but not minions. What do witches have?
Familiars.
Like, yeah, maybe he has like Rubberman familiars.
Familiars.
Like cats. Like Salem the cat was a familiar.
Like, you could send your cat, and they could sneak off to someone's house and you could hear through the cat's ears.
And then In Levitt says the best line from this episode, 52, you were 52 when Elvis took his last shit.
Yes.
Yes. Like, who is she trying to kid 52? That's ridiculous.
How old is she?
I have no
Probably
idea.
in her 80s
Yeah.
or 70s.
If only there's a device where we could look that up.
She's such a bitch.
I'm not sad
I mean,
that
you
she's
could cast
not.
Joan Collins.
Yeah.
That's her bread and butter.
I mean, she's doing it very well. So.
Yeah, I hope that doesn't mean she's really dead.
Well, I mean, and as we've said before, even if someone dies, that doesn't mean that the actor's gone.
Right.
So, we're only in episode 2. So,
But she was a guest star, not a series regular.
oh, okay.
So, yeah, she's always been in the guest starring, and then they list people and Joan Collins.
So, yeah, so maybe. Alyssa also likes Cody Fern, who is Langdon. She says he's doing an amazing job. Yeah, he is very creepy.
Yeah.
I like that he just has an
like
instant, vampire vibe.
Right, but since witches are part, that's why, if witches are part of the world, that's why I feel like he's got, that whole vibe going.
Like, supernatural.
Yeah.
Very
I don't think it's
stat-ish.
just the eyeshadow, which is a bold choice.
He's like, he's like, no, never mind. He is Lestat. I'm thinking of Lewis. But yeah. It's like if he was Lewis, but with Lestat. No, that just makes him Lestat.
What else happened? Torturing. But also, why did Evan Peters only get whipped and then they were going to kill the kids?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, I think they were trying to find out who he was having sex with.
Right, but then when he was done, they just left him there to stew.
Yeah.
But the kids were taken off to the chamber to be shot in the cleanup chamber.
And I mean, I don't know.
And then, Kathy Bates isn't exactly human.
Right? What the fuck was that?
I mean, did have an appearance of, an alien android.
Because she didn't bleed. It was white liquid.
It was white liquid and a little
and
piece
sparking.
came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a glow, inner glow. But she's definitely, if she's a robot, she's definitely artificial intelligence. She's not Janet.
Yeah. Yeah, she is a present being. That just seems like such a weird twist.
Yeah.
To have Apocalypse and robots.
And be a partner to Ms. Venable.
Yeah.
If she's true, if she was a true partner.
Maybe she's
a
Cordelia's
pleasure
familiar. I don't know. It just seems weird.
Well, remember when Asylum came out? You're like, wait, is this a show about an asylum? Or is it about aliens? Or Nazis?
Yeah.
Or,
right.
He always
so
layers
random
extra
things
stuff
thrown
in there.
I don't know if I want to see Ryan Murphy do vampires.
Yeah.
Someone commented.
Vampires was Hotel.
Oh, right. He did that. I never finished Hotel, so I didn't get the
Yeah.
vampire part
He's
of it.
done vampires.
Maybe Kathy Bates was imagining whatever her robot body was. Oh, so Alyssa thinks that maybe Langdon can make people see crazy shit so they'll go crazy.
Right.
I mean, and that would...
But, I don't know, I got kind of feeling from her, she's like, oh, crap.
She didn't look surprised that she was sparking.
Yeah.
You know.
She felt like getting damaged is not a good thing.
Yeah. But, I mean, we do have definitely some sort of, you know, hallucination going on with Evan Peters because he thought he was killing Langdon in the rubber suit and he ended up killing...
Just his grandmother,
his grandma.
not in a rubber suit.
Which means, was he, like, licking his grandma?
Well, or like...
Ugh.
I mean, or, you know, if the shadow is what led him to that room... Well, no, but he didn't go to his bedroom, so she could have just been asleep in the bed.
Yeah.
You know, and then... You know, obviously didn't... I mean, unless she was screaming and yelling and he was under a spell, so he couldn't tell when he threw her down on the bed.
Right.
So maybe she was just asleep in the bed.
And he was having his own whole hallucination in the room. I don't know. But also, because Langdon watched, right? Because he was watching. Because...
Or he showed up... he showed up there at the end. I mean, obviously it was definitely a setup by him to kill the grandmother, I guess.
Right.
To kill Nana.
Poor Nana.
Poor Nana. She was funny.
Yeah, she was a lot. She's just, like, out for herself, and that's it.
And she did have a point.
Which point?
About art and culture and...
I mean...
Goodness knows Grossman's character wasn't going to care about art or culture or read a book.
Yeah.
Leslie Grossman.
She's so useless. Coco.
Yeah.
I guess I don't see what the point is if... but then you'll just go back to saying that they're not repopulating because it's Antichrist. It's the end times. So they wouldn't repopulate anyway. I don't know. I feel like I still just have a lot of questions, which it's only episode 2, so I guess that's okay. I feel like if I have another episode of just these fucking people, I'm gonna start losing interest.
Right.
Like, we need to go to another outpost. We need to do something else. Because this internal
and
intrigue.
Just talked about, you know, if one actress is out, then maybe a better one can come in.
Yeah. Why is Coco?
Though I heard through various musings that Jessica Lang might only be on for one episode.
Right.
But I have a theory.
Okay.
Now I can say it because nothing changed really from that episode. Or maybe it looks stupid if my theory was wrong. I have a theory that the boy, Kyle, is it Kyle or is that possibly the actor? I don't know. The boy could be the baby from Murder House.
Right.
He could be the actual Antichrist that's being prepared to, like, discover who he is.
Because we know we're in the future, but we don't know how far in the future.
And so the episode coming up with Jessica Lange is going to show how he went from the baby to who he is. Because I think his mother is played by Dina Meyer, and her resume is too big for that to be her only thing.
Yeah.
And it's now gotten to the point where I also thought that maybe his family was secretly kept safe to be used against him if he was rebelling.
But they were about to shoot him.
But I don't see it going that way anymore.
Yeah.
So now I'm thinking he's the Antichrist, and he just doesn't know it yet. And so we're going to get a flashback episode showing Constance raising the baby until she's too old to take care of him or dies. And then Dina Meyer's family adopts him, so we see her
again
see her again having more significant, because if you're going to have a cameo for one episode, that wasn't a cameo. I mean, that was a day player role.
So, In Love It says that she keeps hearing the murder house and coven scenes are flashbacks, but she hopes that's not true. And then Alyssa
everything is destroyed if anything is true.
Right.
Unless they just have a fog machine out there pumping her.
Everything's fake. And then Alyssa G says that the emails the kids looked at had dates in the year 2021.
Okay.
Which is that far enough after Murder House?
Well,
Because for your theory.
Well, okay, if Murder House was, let's just say it was present day, this is season 8.
Yeah, so that was 2010.
10. So.
No, because he'd be 11.
That would be 11 years.
Yeah.
But that's assuming it was 2010.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's only 18. So, what's 18 from 21?
From what?
Or 20? Yeah, 18 from 21. The kid's 18 years
2003.
old. So, Murder House is supposed to be 2003.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, if it was just present day, but they never really said.
What present day?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to, we can't only be in Outpost 3.
Yeah.
And Langdon.
Either more people have to arrive or they've got to go somewhere.
Yeah. Langdon said that, he knew that the other 3 American outposts were gone, and he assumed that the other 6 international ones are gone. But he didn't know that.
Assumed they were gone. Hadn't heard from them.
Yeah, which I guess if he has email, then...
Yeah, because I guess clearly carrier pigeon is the only form of communication.
Well, maybe that's the only way. Maybe like...
I think they...
To the outposts.
That outpost is clearly cutting themselves off.
And what's the... Like, why... The sanctuary, which we haven't talked at all, like, why build a failsafe and not just have everything be that good? This seems like shenanigans.
Yeah.
It seems like
Very
shenanigans.
complicated rules of... Well, and they said they had 18 months of food, and it's been 18 months.
Well, they've been rationing
and,
back.
they have been rationing, but
And
again,
they killed Stu.
What?
And they killed Stu. And those other 2 workers.
Well, that was one meal. And then they almost had snakes.
No, meaning they have one person less to feed.
Oh, right. Even still, you know, I don't see how they couldn't have had a chicken coop on one of those floors.
Yeah.
At least producing eggs. I mean, they obviously planned ahead. They hired the gray. They conscripted the Greys.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so they obviously came from somewhere. So I feel like we have an episode that shows how the cooperative put this all together.
Right.
Because we find out more about who's really in charge of the cooperative. And I have a feeling the witches were involved and the male witches kind of took over. The way that Miss Venable... I mean, if Miss Venable, it could be Cordelia. And if not, if she's just a witch and he's a witch, but... They took over and said, we're in charge, you're just women.
Yeah.
You know, and then put them in a subservient position.
I don't know. Anyway, I think we're done. Anyone else have anything to say?
Yeah, give them a chance to catch up. I don't know how far our delay is, but...
I think it's like 30 seconds. It doesn't ever seem that long.
I guess, we should have gotten Audie to... Who knows?
Jump in.
She probably hasn't watched the episode yet, though. Audie's not here. She's not feeling well.
Yeah.
Zach is in rehearsal. But yeah, there's 6 people watching, so sound off at least. We know who's out there.
Just watching silently. That's
Unless
fine,
I'm
too.
one of the 6. But then there's 5 people watching.
Yeah.
2 of them are and Lovett and Alyssa.
Thank you for participating, guys. It helps us.
Yes, and did we cover everything?
Mm-hmm.
And the preview made absolutely no sense.
Well, it showed us going outside. Or someone
Okay.
outside. We saw outside.
Yeah, I'll watch again. Oh, what we did see, though, was when Evan was getting off before the shadow showed up.
Oh, yeah, he had
He had a weird vision of a...
Oh, my God, what's the word? You said it before.
I did.
Ritual.
Ritual. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know where they're going. I hope that even if it truly is a nuclear apocalypse, that they can go out into the world, at least get to someplace different, or a lot more people show up.
Yeah, one of the two, because I will get bored.
And Emma Roberts hasn't even shown up yet.
Yeah,
She's a series regular. She's in the credits.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think she might have been the only one that was in the credits that was
Isn't
in
here
the
yet?
episode.
We've talked about trying to think about going live either maybe on Facebook or on Patreon. We're figuring that out. So maybe by the next...
To do watch-alongs.
Yeah.
Live stream our reactions. But, yeah, I mean, our reaction video wasn't up but a minute, and bam. The bots dinged it.
Yeah. But it is on Facebook, so...
Yeah, if you check us out on Facebook, Nights of the Drunk Watch, we have a group, and then we have subgroups for the shows.
And then also subscribe to this, join us every week, and then if you like it, go on Patreon. We have a lot of other stuff that we post up there, including maybe reaction or live watch-alongs. We might be able to do that.
And even
future.
$1 a month, if you can afford it, will help us, support the channel and the things that we need to do and have to make anything happen.
Yep.
Yeah,
All right.
what he said.
All right.
Good?
So I guess that's it for now. I guess we're still back maybe next Sunday.
Yeah.
I guess we make that decision
Yeah.
because no one's going to be up for a 10:30
Live
live
show,
chat,
yeah.
even if we are. And that's 10:30 our time, so...
Right.
all right, so if you're watching, if you're one of the 5 watching now, come back next week.
Yes, and love it. That's on Facebook on our Nights page, but also on the American Horror Story.
Yeah, we
page
have
that
American
we
Horror
have.
Story fan group. I don't know if I can get a link to that, but yeah, look for the Nights of the Drunk Watch, Zach Baxter on Facebook. You'll find us.
Yes.
All right, so we're the Nights of the Drunk Watch,
And now our talk has ended.
Good night, guys.
Bye.